welcome to Freshly Served, the Healthy Vegan Cooking Show. I'm Heather, and tonight I'm going to make a spinach and tomato summer stew. I'm calling it a stew because I don't really know what else to call it, but it's definitely summer, so it's going to be light, it's going to be fresh, it's going to be great. So what I'm going to start with is heating up this pan, and actually I'm serving this over some quinoa that I've already cooked. So if you're serving it over a grain, you want to get that going before you start the rest of the recipe. I've got some onion that I've chopped up, and I've just sliced it and then sliced it in half. And I'm using half an onion because I used the other half for something for lunch. I usually like to use a whole onion, but for lunch I don't always do that. So I try to use it as soon as possible because as soon as you cut open a vegetable, it starts to lose its nutrients and it reacts with the air. Not a good scene. So I've got the onion chopped up, and then I've got some fresh tomatoes, which of course are lovely in the summer, and just chop those however you like. I'm gonna dice mine because I want to make this nice and juicy rather than have chunky tomatoes. So once that pan is hot, you're gonna add just a little bit of olive oil and then toss those onions right in there. Stir them around to get them coated in the oil. I like to break the onions up so that I don't get a big chunk. I'm using red onion today as well, which isn't my favorite, but I like to get a variety. So you just want these to soften lightly. We just want the bite to come out of them a little bit. Unless, of course, you like raw onion, in which case you can totally do this raw as well. Sometimes though, in the summer, if you've been working hard, it's nice to have something cooked. It's more filling and leaves you feeling a little bit more satisfied. So this dish is going to be great if you've been out working. We're going to have it on quinoa, well I am, which is very nutrient dense, especially high in protein for a grain. And yet it still tastes and feels very light. Much lighter than a brown rice. So if you can find it, you should try it. It's an excellent thing to do. All right. Occasionally stir these onions. Make sure they get softened on both sides. Okay, so onions are softened. I'm now going to add the tomatoes. And all I'm really looking for here is to heat these tomatoes up a little bit. We don't need to cook them till they're a pulp. We just want to lightly cook them. Cooking makes the nutrients more digestible. So although we are losing some nutrients to the heat, your body will assimilate more of the nutrients that are left. So there's some debate as to which is better, cooked or raw, but I think it's all about balance and variety. So you get some cooked, you get some raw. And this is a nice one to do in the summer because it's just lightly cooked. Summer, it's nice to have a lot of raw things, a lot of cooling things. Winter, it's better to have more warming, conserve your body's heat. So that's going to cook just lightly, and while it's cooking, I'm going to add the spices. And all I'm going to use in this one is some paprika and some salt, and probably some black pepper. If you like it really spicy, you could add some cayenne as well. And yeah, I got the black pepper out, so I might as well use it. Pepper and tomatoes are one of my favorite combos. So give that a little stir around. Make sure the spices get through evenly, otherwise you get a big mouthful of paprika, and I don't think anyone really likes that. Alright, so once that gets stirred around, and all that's really happened here is the juices have started to come out of the tomato, and that's all I'm really looking for in terms of cooking. Then you're going to add your greens, and I'm actually using chard tonight Spinach is lovely as well. Any type of green that will stand up to the heat. So lettuce, not so good in here. But chard, spinach, kale, mizuna, dandelion greens, whatever you got, whatever you like, just throw it in here. And you'll see as you stir it into the juices and it gets heated, it's going to start to wilt. So you can see these greens have really shrunk down, and that's all I'm looking for. So at this point I can turn this off, and you can see it's nice and juicy, somewhat like a stew, but like I said, not really. It's got like the nice warm sauciness of a stew, but not the heaviness. So that's why it's going to be perfect for a summer night. Get it over some quinoa, top it off with some toasted chopped almonds. Perfect. So I hope you enjoy. You can find the recipe at healthyveganrecipes.net. I'm Heather, and this is Freshly Served.